Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be showing us how to make this beautiful headpiece that I can see Stacy wearing. So this is a turban headband. The measurement I've used is for a normal adult head size. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be showing us how to make this turban headband. It's so easy to make. So what we're going to use for this headband is the big piece of fabric, a smaller piece of fabric, and an elastic band. The big piece of fabric, we're going to be cutting 2 pieces, which I've already cut out. And the measurement we need for this big piece of fabric is 18 inches. I'm going to measure that out. So 18 inches by... the width is going to be 8 inches, and this is 2 pieces of this big piece of fabric, 18 inches by 8 inches. If you want it smaller, you can make it the width to be smaller, 6 inches, 7 inches, totally up to you. But for the measurements we're using for this project is 18 inches by 8 inches. And for the smaller piece, we're going to be using 11 inches by 4 inches. So the length is going to be 11 inches and the width is going to be 4 inches. That's the elastic band we're going to be using is a 3/4 inch elastic band, and the length of this elastic band is 6 inches. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this to the sewing machine right side facing. I'm going to sew this all the way down on the length. I'm going to take the big pieces as well. I'll separate them. I'll take one of them right side facing, and I'm just going to sew the long length down. So like so, I'm going to sew it down like this, and then I'm going to take the third piece. I'm going to put it right side facing. Again, I'm going to sew the length of this third piece down. So all 3 pieces, I'm going to sew all the lengths down, and then I'm going to come back and show you what next we need to do. So now I've finished sewing all 3 sides. I'm going to start turning them to the right side. So this big piece, easily I can just do it like I'm wearing trying to wear a socks. I'll do the same thing for the second big piece. And then for this smaller piece, I'm going to use this safety pin, turn it to the right side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this to my ironing board, and I am going to iron it like this. So this side I have stitched to be in the middle, and I'm going to iron it like this. I'll do the same thing for this bigger pieces. I'm going to take it to the ironing board, and I would iron it like this for all 3 pieces. Then I'll come back and show you what next we need to do. All 3 pieces have now been ironed nice and crisp. And that's all 3 of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the elastic band. I'm going to take my safety pin, and I'm going to pass the elastic band through the elastic band piece like so. I'll put pin on this so the elastic doesn't slip all the way to the other side or slip to the middle. So I've put the elastic band in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew the 2 edges down, and then I'll come and show you what next we need to do. So I've sewn the elastic piece down now in place. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take the first piece, put it this way. I'll take this elastic piece, I'll put it like so. I would sandwich this elastic piece in the middle and then do it on the other side. Sandwich that in the middle. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine now. Because this is quite bulky, it's better to start a bit from the edge, back stitch, and then forward stitch it so your needle doesn't break. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and then just stitch this down. Okay, so part 1 is done. Next thing we need to do now is take the second piece with this side facing me. I would put that in, put that down together, drag it, and then while this is down, I would get the second piece, take it to the other side, and then I'm going to sandwich this in the middle. Sandwich that in the middle. You can use a pin to hold that down in place, but I'm just sewing it right away, so might not need to do that. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and then sew it down, and 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then come back and show you what I've done. Okay, so now that I've finished sewing it, I'm going to trim the excess out. It is really bulky. This is not the best fabric scissors. In fact, it's not even a fabric scissors. I've just picked it up from, I don't know, I've got like so many scissors. Some of them I don't even know where I got them from. So yeah, stitch that down, and then I would turn it, bring this out, bring the other side out as well, turn it, and you've got a nice beautiful turban head wrap. I'm going to try this now on my mannequin just so you can see what the final look looks like. I like how nice and full it is. Normally I would have done this thing to be 3 inches, but because I want this to be quite bulky, that's why I did it for 4 inches. And also I'd have made this like 1 inch smaller, again because I want this to be nice and full. I have made that a bit longer. So if you want it smaller, obviously you can make it smaller. If you want it bigger, obviously you can make it bigger. Totally up to you. I'm going to get my mannequin now to try this on just so you can see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like on Stacy. That's the name of the mannequin. So nice and full. She's got really full hair as well. This is the measurement for a normal adult size head. So it sits nicely, it sits properly, and it's really just nice and beautiful. It's a very easy project to do. It takes between 15 to 20 minutes depending on how quick you can get it done. And that's it guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the content of the video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, click on the bell icon so when I post any upcoming videos you get notified. And I'll see you guys in the next one. For myself and Stacy, see you next time guys. Bye.